So, what is diabetes? I hate that question because it's extremely vague and broad. There are three types of diabetes. There's type 1, type 2, and gestational or pregnancy diabetes. I don't know much about the second two just because I don't deal with them. I'm not around it enough to actually know like in-depth parts about it. So, more specifically, what is type 1 diabetes? So everyone has this funny looking organ in their body called a pancreas. Just a small little thing, sits, just above your liver, if I remember right. Your pancreas produces a hormone called insulin, and everyone needs insulin to help process certain parts of foods that you eat. So, with type 1s, for whatever reason, and those reasons are up for debate depending on who you ask, but for whatever reason, the pancreas just throws in the white flag and says, I can't do this, I'm not doing it, I quit, and it just completely craps out, stops working altogether. So, when it stops working, you don't have any insulin being produced at all whatsoever. So with no insulin, you have no way of being able to use or process the sugars or the carbohydrates that are in the foods that you eat. So if you can't process those nutrients into energy and whatever that your body can actually use, all of those goodies just get flushed away right on down the toilet. The pancreas produces insulin to balance, so it helps to bring the sugars in your blood down, but also if you don't have enough sugar in your system, it also counteracts that by raising it up. And I'm saying sugar with my eyes rolling because that's where a lot of this whole sugar disease comes in. There is no cure for type 1 diabetes. And I know everyone always says, in 10 years, there's going to be a cure. They've been saying that ever since I was diagnosed. But there are ways to treat it. Those treatments include testing your blood sugar, or blood glucose. Glucose is sugar. So testing your blood sugar, so, seeing what that level is, and then taking artificial insulin. There are different types of insulin. There's long-acting, short-acting, different things like that. And taking that insulin is either done by injections or with a pump, which is what I now have. So, testing your blood sugar, I think they check everyone for it now. Even if you had like a clean bill of health, it's still one of those things that they just mark off on your blood panel when you go in for a physical. So, you want to keep your blood sugar at, just a stable, predominantly flat range. I think the last time my dad was in, they told him he was pre-diabetic because he was at 101 and he was supposed to be at the high range of 99. So you want to keep it at this range. Okay, so when you start going nom 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 and eating food, like if you eat a donut, that has a lot of sugar, it has a lot of carbohydrates in it, that's going to make your level go up. Okay, so then your pancreas over here goes, nope, we gotta, take care of this. If it was a functional working pancreas, it would just go pew, 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 and then that would bring those carbohydrates and sugar levels down. Okay, so then, just like before, you want to keep your level here. If you go out and decide, I'm going to go run a marathon, and we're going to do yoga and whatever else, okay? So you don't have any food, nutrients, things like that coming in to keep your level here. So it's just going to go all the way down. So your pancreas over here is going no, 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 boop, 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 and it's going to bring it back up. Again, this is a very, did I say it was a simplified explanation? It's a very simplified version of what this disease is in itself. It's an autoimmune disease. Type 1 diabetics don't do anything to become a diabetic. It's not like type 2. And again, the causes for it are open for debate, which that's a whole nother video in itself. But it's not just a sugar disease. There's a lot more science and math behind it too, but it's all because, I think it'd be like right about here, this little organ inside my gut says, chow, and just stopped working. And once you become a diabetic, it's just a balancing system between what you eat, checking your blood sugar, exercise, your energy levels, things like that, and then taking your insulin. There's other factors that come into that too that'll affect it, like getting sick, stress affects your levels, all of that good stuff. And then just randomly one day, things will change and throw the whole balance offset, but I'm getting sidetracked now. But essentially, in a nutshell, that is specifically what type 1 diabetes is. It's a really good thing I never went to school to be a teacher because my students would not do very well. So, I hope this makes sense. I've done like 50 videos of trying to word this correctly, so hoping this one's the winner. I'll see you later.